heard it all the same. But go ahead, amuse me. I need it now. I need it now. All them pretty words, always lame. You're trying to entice me. Not going down. Not going down. And you trying to make a case. Don't wait. 'Cause you about to be erased, aced. I got you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you're going to see a ton of cleaning. This video is all about preparing my house for my son's first birthday party that we were hosting here. So there is a ton of cleaning, a ton of decluttering, a little bit of deep cleaning, but mostly just making it presentable for guests. We had company that was coming from out of country to meet our kids for the first time, and also to see us. They haven't seen my partner in a very big part of his life, so we were all very excited to meet them, and we're so glad to have them here and spend time with them and get them to meet our kids and enjoy a little time with them. So in preparation for their visit, as well as some close friends to come celebrate our little boy turning 1, I was making the house a little less crazy.
Got too much love for me. Got too much love for me.
If you're new here, I want to say welcome. My name is Brianna. I am a full-time stay-at-home mom to 2 little boys, ages 3 and 1. I am also a full-time in-home worker. I am glad that you are here with me today and joining me. My channel and also this video today is all about motivating you to get up and do something that you're not really looking forward to doing, but you kind of have to get done. And even though it might not be fun in the moment, it'll feel so great and such a relief to get done at the end. And my goal is to motivate you to get up and do it. So we'll do it together. We'll get it done together. And then that's one less thing that you're going to have to revisit later, and one less thing that you're going to have on your to-do list. So if you have something you need to get done, I am here with you. Let's get this done together. Let's get up, let's clean, let's fold laundry, let's do the dishes, whatever it is you need to do, let's get it done together.
Love for me. Love for me.
My kitchen never ceases to become a disaster. It is literally like this at the beginning and end of every day. There is no fail in it becoming messy. I always have dishes, always have recycling sitting on my counter. My trash is full literally at least every other day, if not every day, with how much I have to feed the kids and cook. My stove gets like this literally within a day or two, so I clean it a lot and just have resorted to throwing things inside the dishwasher to eliminate the amount of cleaning time I'm spending, because the baby is going through, I want to say, separation anxiety. I don't know what it is. He just always wants me to hold him when he's conscious, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to do things around the house. So I just try and find the quickest, most efficient ways to do things. So for my stove, it was really just throwing everything in the dishwasher versus scrubbing it in the sink. Doesn't get as clean as I would like it, but it does the job until I have a second pair of hands to help hold him if he's willing to let them.
Hot, 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 hot for you, baby love. Hot for you, baby love. Yeah, yeah. Hot for you, baby love.
So I noticed under my stove at the vent of the over-the-range microwave, whatever it's called that I have, was unbelievably dirty. The grates that were under there were full of grease. The whole bottom of it was full of grease. So I grabbed my Scrub Mommy and my Power Paste and I gave it a really good scrub, and it did a great job breaking down all the grease that was stuck on there for I don't know how long. Can't remember the last time I cleaned it. Maybe I probably never even cleaned it. I'm not even sure. It's been a while if I have even cleaned it. And it was just really crazy to see all the dust or grime that came off of it, and just satisfying. And then my kids, this is what they were doing while I was doing that. They entertained themselves. Their dad was not home. He was doing errands for the party and getting food and drinks to entertain, and I was by myself with them, and they entertained themselves the best way they know how, by making a mess.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on, and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us, I know you got me, it's so effortless. Back to back we would carry on, and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah.
So once I very messily threw everything in my dishwasher, because as you saw, the baby was trying to get in there, and even though I clean everything before I put them in the dishwasher, I still don't like when he touches everything, just because sometimes there's stray pieces of food that miss around and he puts everything in his mouth, so I just would rather him not touch it. And I was just throwing everything in there. And once that was done, I went and soaked the grates for the vent of the hood of my stove in hot soapy water, just to break up some of that grease before I went to it with my Scrub Mommy and cleaned it up. And then while I was doing that, I noticed the windowsill was full of dust, so I took everything off of that and cleaned it, and then just noticed other things. So I did a very unintentional deep clean here, and I know I'm gonna have to hit this stuff again when I do finally get to deep cleaning my kitchen, but for the sake of the party and for the sake of time, this is just what I had time to do, and I'll have to revisit everything that I missed when the time comes.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been.
It's so funny to me that in the attempt to make my house look mostly clean to people that have never seen it before and that were visiting, and just other guests that haven't been to my house in a while and haven't seen my house in a while, I've accumulated a lot of things having another baby, and it's as to be expected. But the amount of things that I did this day just amazed me. Like, to look back, I did this all after breakfast, before nap time and during nap time, and felt so accomplished. That night, I had people in my house visiting, and it was nice just for my house to be clean and organized. So all I had to do after bedtime was hang decorations. And speaking of decorations, I will be sharing some pictures of how we decorated for my son's birthday party the following day at the end of this video.
When I go with confidence, when I go we roll our hips and take a sip on it, take a trip on it. When I go you can go slow, wind it up all night, baby take your time, let me know I want. When you tell me what want, when the neighbors yell turn down, we keep it going.
So after I cleaned up that mess that I showed you earlier of my kids emptying out this cabinet, I took the opportunity to reorganize the cabinet because that was just another place in my house that was a mess. I tend to throw things in there that's just the baby's cabinet with his sippy cups and baby spoons and, you know, jars of food that he never ate that I add to smoothies and whatever for the boys. And while I was down there, I noticed how much food was actually stuck to my cabinets. And I said to myself, I can't leave them like this. I need to get down there. I need to wipe them down. Not like anybody was going to look at the cabinets, but I was going to know that there were food stuck to them. So I took the opportunity to hit the cabinets with a microfiber cloth and some hot soapy water. And that did just the trick to take off whatever was stuck on there and refresh the cabinets to be nice and clean and sanitized, because the kids touch everything, so might as well not have stuck gross food on the cabinets that they are constantly touching. Can't you, yeah, you make me feel like we could do, oh, you make me feel like we could do it all over again, all over again. Can't you, yeah, you make me feel like So now I'm going ahead and I am taking these grates out from the bottom of my hood and just scrubbing them with some soap and my scrub mommy just to get off the remainder of the grime that was stuck to them. The hot soapy water did wonders for it. It did such a great job. I will probably end up doing it again in the near future, probably when I deep clean my kitchen, and maybe spray it with something a little stronger than the hot soapy water. Maybe I'll use a little Easy Off just to really get that grease off of there and make it as clean as I can. I also cleaned the bottle cleaner, and then I went ahead and took apart my toaster oven / air fryer and sprayed all that stuff with Easy Off. They were so greasy and dirty, and I let them sit for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and it clearly was not enough time. I needed to do it a little longer, so I'll have to do it again. But this day was a serious time crunch, so I just did the bare minimum to get it done, and I will have to revisit it soon. I really want to get in and do a deep clean of all my appliances, so on that day, this is going to be priority number 1, to spray this down and get them as clean as possible.
I'm just so mad, but now it's at my own expense. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind. Maybe I need some space, need somewhere else to go, to release, to relax, to let my emotions flow. But for now, I just read it and delete it, knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it, oh, before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind. Rewind, rewind, rewind. You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory.
Here was another involuntary deep clean. I knew the day of the party that there were going to be people that were going to want a cup of coffee with their dessert, whether it was cake or one of the other desserts that we did end up having. A lot of people like to drink coffee with that, so I went ahead and refreshed my Keurig. I had descaled it a couple days before that, and then just refilled my coffee caddy and cleaned the water tank and the drip tray and wiped down the coffee machine just a little bit to make it look more presentable for the company that we had coming.
Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move,
Right here was when I realized I probably should have left that Easy Off on a little bit longer for the pieces for my air fryer / toaster oven. It came off a little bit, but there was still some stuck on grease and grime that even with an SOS Brillo pad did not come off. So when I do get back to cleaning it, I will make sure to leave the Easy Off on there for at least a few hours before I go ahead and scrub it, just to give it the opportunity to break down. And yes, that is a shoe that I'm washing. Like I said, the baby puts everything in his mouth. Luckily, these shoes are only worn inside the house, but he did take his brother's shoe with a face full of yogurt and tried to eat it. So I ended up having to wash that too. In that pot I'm washing used to house a succulent that had 3 different flowers to it, and I had it for 4 years and then just kind of neglected it. And I neglected it to the point where I couldn't save it. It was so dead, and it was still green, but it was clearly, I could not help it. I tried to save some of the steeds or flower petals, I don't know what they're called, and I know for a fact that that specific plant will reroot itself if you put the seeds or petals on top of soil. So I saved a few of them. I'm gonna try it and see if I can regrow this plant in that pot, but if it doesn't work, then at least it lived a good 4 years.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go.
I did the bare minimum of clean on this toaster oven. I sprayed just the front of it with Easy Off to get the worst looking grease out of it, but I am most definitely going to give it a really good clean really soon. It's been a while and it really needs a good cleaning.
Chisel all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, yeah. Or maybe we just hit the end of the road, yeah. Right now it doesn't even matter, yeah. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. Start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up. Say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. Ooh,
I had to clean my ceiling fan. I looked up and saw the dust on it and said, if I can look up and see this dust, somebody else is going to look up and see this dust, and I cannot leave it like this. I noticed it, so I broke out my duster and I got it clean, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because I am pretty good at cleaning it, but I hated the dust. And then this is what else my kids did while I was cleaning the kitchen. They had at it. So I went in, cleaned up all the toys. I would love to say that my 3-year-old helped, but this was really all the baby. He takes everything out of everywhere and makes a huge mess. So I cleaned up everything once he went down for his nap, and then went back to cleaning the floors and the entire downstairs once that was all cleaned up.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. You do. Show me something, give me.
While I was cleaning up all the toys in the living room to be able to clean the floors, I got a good look at my couch and noticed that there was food all over the couches. My couches are in the worst shape in the world. I have so many regrets in having leather couches with my kids. I thought they would be easier to clean, but the leather is seriously destroyed. They don't even look the way they did when we first bought them. So even using leather cleaner wipes to get everything off, they still have spots. If you scrub it a little too long, the color comes off, and I hate it. The spot where my oldest son sits the most is completely discolored and destroyed, and I've only ever used leather wipes on it. Like, look at that. It's awful. And the couch was so dirty. He was sitting on the couch the day before and had a cup of milk and spilled it. And when I was wiping the couch, I noticed that the cushions were stuck together, so I got in there and really scrubbed it, and it was pretty gross. That side of the couch is always pretty dirty because he sits there and likes to eat his snacks there and stuff. So I tend to wipe that side down quite frequently.
I'm not gonna play nice. I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon, I don't give an F, so go ahead and tell them I'm a little bit too much for ya. Maybe you're not man enough, 'cause I speak my mind, yeah, I spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much for ya.
I noticed that there were some food stains on my rug. The baby sometimes tends to hold food in his mouth, so when I think he's done eating and I let him out of his high chair, he'll have food collected in his cheeks or just holding it in his mouth, and he'll spit it on my rug. So it makes me feel real good to have a light rug in my living room. All jokes. But I am so thankful and so in love with my Bissell little green machine. It is a lifesaver. And the day after I made this video, he actually grabbed my cup of coffee. I forgot about it and he left it, or had it, I should say, in his arm's reach, and he grabbed it and spilled it all over the rug again. So I got to break out my Bissell little green machine again, and I got to clean it, and was so happy I didn't have to break out the big carpet cleaner to get it done, because the green machine worked great to get up all the coffee, and it looks brand new. You would never know that I had coffee spilled on the rug.
'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, I spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much. 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 I'm a little bit too much for you. Baby, you're not man enough. 'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, I spit it out. I don't care about.
I'd like to say this was a quick clean, but it was quite honestly the better part of, I think, 4.5 hours of my morning. It took quite a while to get done. I was tired. I was a little stressed preparing to make sure everything was done for this party. So getting this done, so at the end of the night, all I had to do was decorate for the party, was so satisfying. I had nothing else to do. I had family that helped get the decorations ready. I had a friend come over and help me hang decorations. So all I had to do in the morning was pick up the cake and the balloons and finish the last minute decorations. And it was so great. It's wonderful to have family and people that truly love me and love my kids that were willing to come and help and get everything ready to make sure that my little boy's first birthday was so special. And I appreciate everybody that was part of it and helping make it happen.
You should see the city lights tonight. I don't think they've ever burned this bright. Did you know when how everything would turn out? We learned to run, we learned.
I want to thank you for being here with me today and letting me be your buddy to get done whatever you needed to get done. And I hope that you found motivation in this video, and I hope that you're enjoying my channel and enjoying being part of whatever we're doing here, whatever we're getting done in our houses. I'm glad that we get to do it together and just be more organized together and feel more accomplished together. And if you're liking what you're seeing on my channel, I hope that if you haven't already, that you subscribe to my channel and follow along for more. You can also follow me over on Instagram and TikTok.